Just
Yes,
the
sir.
level change you need to take care. The rest was the perfect part. I just think that you can join 1 minute before the interview start. Okay. So can you tell me like what is? Can you tell any one of the protocol? Yeah. Hi Ankur. How are you?
Hi, sir. I'm fine.
Okay,
Thank you.
great. So let me give a quick introduction about myself, and then you can go ahead telling about you. So myself, Shubham. I graduated from IIT Roorkee itself 4 years back, and then I worked in a couple of startup in MNC as a software and precisely a front-end developer. I started my journey from Oyo, where I worked on their primarily website, oyorooms.com, working on different integrations and search engine optimization side. And then I moved to an early stage startup at working with very core level of team members and with a very small set of teams. And the recent experiences that I holded was of ServiceNow. So yeah, that's a bit and pieces about me. Would you like to give a brief introduction about yourself, please?
Yeah. So, hi, my name is Ankur Sharma, and I am a final year undergraduate student at IIT Roorkee, majoring in Electronics and Communication Department. So, I have honed my software development skills through various team projects at IIT Roorkee, as well as various internship projects as well. So, I have also participated in a couple of hackathons, and apart from this, I have been
Okay.
apart from academics, I love playing cricket, and when I have nothing to do, I love reading about Cosmos, book about
Mhm.
Cosmos. So recently, I have interned at Innovaccer Analytics.
So if I talk about your three internship experience, which one would have been the most learning experience? I would say out of these three internship.
Yeah, out of this internship, the first one, which was at Code
Innovation.
Binary Initiative, Code Binary
Okay.
Initiatives,
Code Bandry. Okay.
yeah, the first one which I interned at. Yeah, so
Okay.
it was most learning curve for me because when I joined that company, it was basically a startup. So when I joined that startup, I was at second year of my college, and so I was not having any more, not much experience in Python and any more projects. So
Hmm.
when I joined it, I was assigned many projects, 2 or 3 projects, along
Hmm.
with 2 to 3 members as well.
Hmm.
So yeah, I got to learn many new things about development, software development skills, and Python skills and Django skills, which was very needful for me to get further
Hmm.
internships and to expand my knowledge in software development domain.
Okay, so what was the main areas that you were working on? So you mentioned the Django project it was, but
Yeah.
what was the actual thing that you were working on there?
Actually, my actual work was based on backend services. Like I
Okay.
worked on implementing the APIs, which connect the front end and the backend part, and
Okay.
finding the logic of the all the chat services and all the projects I mentioned in my resume, the
Okay.
the backend logics.
I think you would be also given the interview pad if you can quickly open and share your screen. So now I can see that during this internship you are worked on some chat application as well, right?
Yes, sir.
So let's suppose that do you know some basic web technologies? We will not code, but I just want to know, do you have any idea about the basic web technology
So which web technology can you give some
like
example?
HTML, CSS, JavaScript in
Yeah,
simple
yeah.
terms? Yeah.
HTML,
Okay.
CSS I worked on, and in Django Python as well.
Yeah. Okay. So we don't have to write any such code. I just wanted to know, like, okay, the thing that I'm going to ask is that let's suppose in a very native format, we have to implement a chat application. Okay.
Okay.
Even before starting this, do you have any idea about polling?
No, sir.
Okay. Okay. So do you know this? When I click on the Pay Now button on, let's say, Amazon.com, and I
Yeah, yeah.
select a UPI ID, you know the UPI, what does the UPI ID mean?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So if I select a UPI ID, so it sends me, it redirects me to go to the application, the payment application. If it's a ICIC or any other payment application, go and approve from there, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So you go there, and then once you approve it, you come here and you see that okay, this is coming as successful,
Okay.
right? So do you have any idea like what is going on in the background? How it is knowing that okay, whether the payment has been completed or not?
Okay. Yes, sir. So actually, what happens is basically when we click on Pay Now, so what happens that
Hmm.
in the application what it does is it creates a unique ID for the payment. Okay, and it stores it's in the database against the user ID of the user which is trying to initiate the payment. So suppose the it is created the payment ID is created, but and then it redirects to the UPI page. From the UPI, we can proceed to the payment. And what happens in the UPI database? It will be initiated that this transaction number is successful or not. So against this transaction number, it will be correct or wrong. Like it has been created or it has been failed, right?
Okay.
So what will it do? The UPI ID server, it will reflect back, it will return back the transaction ID, and
Okay.
from the
So
transaction ID,
so how it will know when to hit the server?
uh,
Because let's suppose if I am busy somewhere and I look at that, I open that my payment application after
yeah,
1 minute.
Yeah.
How did it know that, okay, that I should go and look for after 1 minute or immediately?
Sir, I don't get it. Like what you do. So can you explain more?
Yeah, I'm saying that you are kind of saying that, okay, once a payment has been made, I will go and check on the server and I will see like corresponding to that payment ID or whatever order ID, the payment has been done or not. I will check with the respective banks and all, right? This is
Yeah.
some of the flow that you are mentioning. I'm just saying that how would you know at what point you need to check? Because you don't have any idea about when the payment was done from the other application. Okay, so you have a basic idea about the database and OS OOPS concepts.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so when we talk about the database, so there are different form of protocols defined. Okay, okay. So can you tell me like what is? Can you tell any one of the protocol that you have any idea about? Any one protocol at the time of database transaction precisely?
Sir, actually, I'm not from CS background, so I haven't
Okay,
learned that much in detail.
okay.
I learned about that as per my use case, like how much I need.
So majorly you would have practiced the SQL side, right? SQL
Yeah.
queries that way.
SQL, no, sir. Actually, I have used Django mostly. So in the Django, we don't write the SQL query. We write something in Python, which is more readable. Yeah, I found it more easy to do work with.
Okay, so there are different form of relational models, right? So different form of let's suppose object oriented models and like I can say graphical models, then tabular models and so on. Do you have an idea about that?
No,
Different
sir.
form of the database that we can define. For example, if it is the Facebook database, it's more of a connected database, right?
Yes, sir. Graph
There is no
database.
point of, yeah, graph database. So no point of going with the relational RDBMS form of database there. So you have different form of database idea.
Not much, sir. I'm not much aware.
Okay, okay, no issues, no issues. So if I quickly go with that OS side, can you tell me like what is exactly the difference between multitasking and multiprocessing?
Yes, so multitasking is actually the process in which we assign a certain time quantum to a computer, to the CPU, and that CPU, if it is able to complete the process within that time, then the process will be completed and it will be move on to another side. But if it is not completed, then it will just pause that process and then move on to the next process to complete the that process. So
Okay,
CPU uses this time quantum like thing to process multiple process, and this way we can say it's the multitasking CPU.
mhm.
And so multi-programming is something like,
Multiprocessing, multiprocessing,
okay.
processing, not programming.
So I'm not sure about multiprocessing.
Okay, I think I'm formally done from my side. Do you have any quick questions for me, Ankur?
Yes, sir. So,
Yeah.
going back to the question, like the binary question which you asked, binary tree. So what was the correct approach for that?
So the simple approach is that like when I coded this solve problem in college, so what I did is I simply did the in-order traversal and I stored the pattern of in-order traversal in a string format.
Yeah.
Okay. And since it is changing the levels as well, you can have some -1 or some dot in a string format so that it will take care of the
Yes,
exact string match.
yes,
Okay.
sir.
So your hash map or your map, whatever you're using or hashet you're using, you can simply go and save the string as it is, and it will be a string direct to direct match. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Just that level change, and you can add some dot or anything. The whole code was working fine. Just
Yes,
the
sir.
level change you need to take care. The rest was the perfect part.
Yes,
Okay.
sir. Yes, sir. I got it.
And yeah, you have any other question, Akul?
Yes, sir. Sir, anything about my background or my appearance for the interview?
Background about what?
So the background image, sir,
No,
is
no, no.
it
I think
like,
that's not nothing of concern. You are already having a formal attire. I just think that you can join 1 minute before the interview start. I
yes,
can
sir.
see that the interview actually started at 7:02. 2 minutes was something which is maybe not maybe it's not expected. The
Yes,
first
sir.
impression is something very important. So you can join 1-2 minutes at least before,
Yes, sir.
and these all things will be taken care. And background and these things are okay. Everybody know they are working from home. This is okay. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Chalo. Okay, man. Thanks a lot.